I'm Danielle Llewellyn, and I'm going to the University of Tulsa.
I'm Emma Thomas, and I'm going to Benedictine College.
I'm Megan Ames, and I'm going to the University of Tulsa.
I started in kindergarten.
I actually came here in 5th grade.
I started in, not the bunny class, the fish class. I just didn't start.
Yeah.
My mom didn't want me to start so little, so I started in fish class.
At the School of St. Mary, I just felt academically prepared when I got to Kelly with my studies because I feel like they focus a lot on study skills, and especially with writing, I felt really prepared with all of the English classes we went through.
I think St. Mary's does a really good job preparing students, especially with language arts and math classes. At least the St. Mary's kids that I know, there's not anybody struggling in high school. We're all very prepared.
The School of St. Mary helped me because we have these small classes where the teachers get to know every kid, and I think that helped me at a young age because when the teacher cares about you, it makes you want to learn and know more, and it helped me succeed as I got older and went into high school at Bishop Kelly.
Yeah, all of the teachers here are great, but a couple that stood out to me were Mrs. Nelson, Mrs. Lang, definitely Mrs. Lurkey, Miss Bretz, Miss Paolino. A lot of the teachers in middle school had a huge impact on my high school.
The hardest class that I took at St. Mary's was Miss Thalkin's English class, and she was a really tough teacher, but she really prepared me for high school, and I think that a lot of what I've learned about writing and reading, I learned from her, and so it was just like a good experience to be in that tough class at a young age, and it really prepared me for high school and even college.
So two teachers who really stood out to me are Mrs. Bretz, the librarian, because when I was really little, she would give me book recommendations and stuff like that, which got me reading more and helped me with my English classes. And then as I got older, Sister Eileen, she was a kind of strict math teacher, but she was really good as a teacher and cared about her students. I remember one time for Easter, she got all of her students who got A's on the test a chocolate bunny, and that was just amazing. But in 3rd grade, it was April Fool's Day, and our teacher was just doing class as normal, and then the administrative office called us, and they were like, "This is a flood drill. You have to start your flood drill. Teachers, teach the students." And so our teacher, Mrs. Rice, had us all get on our chairs and stand. And she's like, "You gotta make the swimming motions. Come on, everybody." And we were standing there for 5 minutes, all just paddling away in the air because we had to have the flood drill. So, and then she came on and was like, "I'm just kidding, y'all. It's an April Fool's joke." So.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Any other great stories?
I know during gym or recess time, we'd play mat ball, four corners, just fun games like that, and it was fun just because we were all such a small class that everyone knew each other really well, so it was just fun to have fun with other people.
Any stories?
Well, I don't know if I have a specific one, but it seems like every time we're all together, all the St. Mary's grads, we always have a lot of funny stories. We still talk about stuff that happened 5th grade, laugh about it.
Yeah. Alex, in 5th grade, was sitting next to me, and we had a sub that day, and he's like, "I'm going to go get my locker during the lockdown drill." And I was like, "No, you're not." So 5 minutes before the drill comes on, he disappears. And we're all like, "Where did he go?" So then she's going through the roll, when we're on the lockdown, and she gets his name, and we're all like, he's in the locker. And it got stuck, so it took a while to get him out. That was funny.
That's hilarious.
So I'm going to the University of Tulsa next year, and I'm going to be a nursing major. So I've already enrolled in my classes, and I'm really excited to start there.
I'm going to Benedictine, and I'm not really sure exactly what I'm going to major in, but I do want to double major and do theology, and then I'm thinking about maybe going into marketing or possibly doing science and then going on to PA school. So I'm not really sure at this point, but just being open to what God's calling me to.
I'm going to the University of Tulsa, and I'm going to try double major in mechanical engineering and graphic design. And from there, I'm either going to just go into the workforce and find a job that fits my passions at that point in time, or I'm considering pursuing a master's degree in Houston for space architecture. So I might do that as well.
What is space architecture?
They teach you about building for sort of uninhabited environments like disaster zones and deserts and like Antarctica, as well as space. So like they teach you about orbits and that sort of thing.